Hey there, welcome. Welcome. This is actually a great time for you to come on in and visit. I'm just getting ready to make some cookies for a event that I'm going to tomorrow to network with a bunch of other business professionals. So why don't you just come on in and enjoy and visit with me while I get the cookies made. It's going to be so much fun, and you know what? There's no baking involved. So let's go have some fun. Well, hey, I'm so glad that you came, and you're just in the nick of time. I'm just getting ready to make the easy no-bake chocolate bars, and these are easy. There is no cooking. There is just mixing and having fun. There are 6 ingredients here. We've got rolled oats, 3 cups. We've got a teaspoon of vanilla. We have 1 cup of butter that's been sitting at room temperature, so it'll be easier to cut and melt. We have a half a cup of packed brown sugar. We have chocolate morsels. I'm using the Lily's semi-sweet chocolate. There's no extra added sugar involved, so that makes it really nice. And half a cup of peanut butter. So let's get to it. So this is really super simple. We have a already prepared lined square pan with parchment paper. What I do is I set it in the pan and I weigh it down with something like a full can of olive oil. And now we're going to melt the butter and the brown sugar in a large saucepan over medium heat until the butter has melted and the sugar has dissolved. Stir in the vanilla and mix in the oats. So yes, I have never made this before, so I'm following a direction. I found this on Pinterest. So let's try it together, okay? So let's put in the butter first. What I'm doing is I'm setting the chocolate and the peanut butter in together, and then I have my oats already pre-measured, and my vanilla I'll put in with, I have the Pampered Chef measuring sticks, and these are awesome. I don't know if they still sell them anymore. I'm working on getting a connection with a Pampered Chef rep. They do not offer affiliate programs, kind of bummer, but I have a couple people that I have in mind. And if you would do me a favor, and if you like these, I'm going to put a link to their website. And if you're asked, how'd you find this? Or how'd you find me? Or just volunteer it. Say, hey, I saw Laura on Lifestylio, and this is her name, and this is how to find her, and this is the link I used. And hopefully they'll give me at least some credit for giving them the lead. I'm always happy to help somebody else out in their business. Gosh knows we all need the support. So with that said, let me grab a knife. Get a knife. It's just a basic table knife. And again, this is 1 cup of butter. And see, it's all pre-softened. Let me warm up the saucepan, get the paper out of the way. That would be a bummer. And get this melting. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know, that'd be fun. Okay, so throw that away. One of my things that I grew up with is you always cleaned up after yourself. So if you see me throwing things away, it's just my way of keeping track of my mess and not making such a mess. I think I get it from my great aunt. So that's melting. And I have the Pampered Chef spatula. And again, I don't know if these are still available, but this can withstand a lot of heat. So that's why I like using it, and it won't scratch my pans. You can also get a wooden spoon. So that's melting down. I'm going to turn down the heat a bit though. And now we want to add in the brown sugar in a minute. And again, this is 1 cup. And what it does these measuring sticks, they slide. And so there's numbers here, so you can slide it back and get exactly 1 teaspoon, or you can slide all the way up and get 1/8 of a teaspoon. So that makes it easy. I hear it bubbling, so let's get it started. You don't want the butter to burn. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pour in all of the oats, but we're going to set aside half back for the second layer of the cookies. Get that all melted in. Okay, this is almost done. Now we're going to take in the oats. And again, that's 3 cups, 3 of these. I'm going to slowly pour these in so it all incorporates. I'm going to turn off the heat. Yeah, turn the heat off. So all the oats are soaking up all of this butter and brown sugar. Can't wait, I'm excited. As much of it as wet as I can, because what we're going to do is we're going to pack this into this pan. You want to pack it down flat. It's almost too dry, but it says it's perfect, so we'll see. Tempted to melt a little bit more butter. Okay, all right, but I'm going to follow directions. I love cooking. Cooking is great. Baking, you have to be precise in your measurements, otherwise it's going to get screwed up. You can incorporate things if you want after you've experimented a couple times. That's my advice, but this is looking really good. Let's see if I can, ouch. Yes, the pan is hot. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm going to take the olive oil out. All right, now we're going to put half in and pat it down. That's about half. My hands are clean. Well, I'm going to clean them. There, clean. I was scratching my head. All right, so let's get this done. You could almost even, no, I'll just use my fingers. So pack this down. It is fairly light. It is warm, so it was probably a good idea that it did wet my hands. All right, so that's half. Now, it says to take your chocolate and your peanut butter and blend that in here, and you're going to melt this. You know what? I'm going to start the chocolate first, and then I'm going to add the peanut butter. Start power level 2, 3. That out. Side. Add peanut butter. Oops. You don't want to pound your glass dish You never know if you're gonna get glass shavings in there. Don't want to eat those. Okay, that's all the peanut butter. So I'm gonna pack that in there a little bit. Lay that aside, put it back in. Okay, so I want to wash this and make sure that it doesn't burn. There's nothing worse than burnt chocolate. Yum. I have this on a power level of 5 for about a minute, just so I can control it. So I'm going to pour half of this on top of the oats, and then put the oats, the other layer, on top of that after I get this all melted. Takes a while because I'm not that brave to just let it go. Let's do, I'm going to really watch it. 45 seconds on high power. Like I said, I've never made this before, so you get to help me. Now, if you've made these before, pipe up. Tell me what you did different. I'd love to hear new ideas and new recipes. And if you want to have me try a recipe and have you watch, send me a link or the information at info@lifestylio.com, and we'll chat about it and we'll work on it together, okay? Oh, that's looking good. Check it out. Look at that. Yum. Ooh. Reese's peanut butter cups, that's all I can think about. Okay. Ooh, that's perfect. Some at the bottom, but if I just keep turning it, maybe it'll all blend. I don't want it to get hard either. All right. Okay. Okay, now the fun part. I'm gonna grab my teaspoon of vanilla. This I got at Costco. I love it and it lasts forever because I hardly ever bake. But now that you're part of my life, maybe I'll bake more. My sister was the baker. I was the cooker. The girl, she and I made chocolate chip cookies one day together. Same recipe, same everything, same environment. There wasn't anything different except I made them and she made them and hers turned out better. Go figure. So I figured she won that war. All right, so, or that competition, take your pick. So I'm gonna stir this up in here, get the vanilla going. I might even zap it a little longer, but try not to. All right, let's stir this up. All right, now pour half. I don't know about you, but I usually go big or go home, and I tend to overdo it and I forget. So I'm trying to ration myself here and not let the spoon. Okay, this is not as pretty as I like, but I'll just go with it. Try to spread it out evenly over the oatmeal. And then what you're going to want to do after this is done, you're going to want to put it in the refrigerator for about 24 hours so it sets up. chocolate on everything so it all sticks. Okay, that'll do that. All right, now, don't need this anymore. Now you take the rest and pour it over the top. Go as evenly as I can over the top so I'm not disturbing any of the chocolate. Oh, it smells so good. I really wish there was smell-o-vision. Oh my gosh, the brown sugar and oatmeal. Oh, I can almost warm this up and have it with milk. And oh, yum. These are 1 minute oats, so I don't know if it's going to mess up my recipe or not. That's all I had on hand. Pat that down. Yay. I was even thinking about putting some sugar-free caramel sauce in there. I wonder what that would taste like. But maybe I'll do that at the very end before I serve it or take it with me. Oh, yum. Chocolate. Yes, it's my weakness. That and ice cream. I might have to find my other bag. This didn't go as far as I wanted it to. No, I still have never done it before. We'll see. I'm going to put that there so I don't waste any chocolate. And I'm going to scoop it out with it. I love this spatula because you get every single bit. Nothing really goes to waste. How many of you had your mom or dad hand you the beaters after making your birthday cake or whatever was being made? I know I did. That was the treat. But back then, treats were very few and far between. So a little cookie batter or cake batter was definitely a delicacy. All right. I don't want to leave anything behind. So I don't know if I have any more chocolate. This might be just a drizzle. All right, that in there. Maybe I will like the batter later, but well, you get the idea. Okay, trial and error. Don't know how much of the trial and error you're gonna see, but okay. I'm human. If you guys want the recipe, I'm gonna start putting the recipes that I'm making up on my Pinterest board, and I'll put a link to my Pinterest board drop it down at the bottom of this video. So if you want to give it a try, after it's all done, maybe I'll have one bite and see what it's like. But it's called Easy No Bake Chocolate Oatmeal Bars. In the note at the bottom it says, like any no bake cookie, the final texture of these really depend on how long you boil the sugar mixture. If it doesn't boil long enough, the cookie bars mixture will be too soft. If you boil too long, they could turn out dry and crumbly. So we'll see if I did it long enough. Do a little bit more. Do you know what? Maybe it's, well, yeah, I need to do a little bit more. All right, so that's bag and a quarter, because I didn't start out with a full bag, so we'll see what I get. That's so tempting. Hope this is enough. Oh yeah, okay. That's good. I'm putting it in for about a minute at a time. The first round I put it at half power, and that would have taken way too long. So anywhere between 30 to 45 seconds per. This last one was about a minute because there's so much chocolate in there, but you really want to watch it because nothing like burnt chocolate in the microwave. Trying to go all the way around so I'm not missing anybody. Everybody wants a bite of chocolate. And the cool thing is these are low in sugar. Okay. You still get the semi-sweet taste. And there's peanut butter in there. So oatmeal, peanut butter, chocolate, can't go wrong. Brown sugar. But I have the brown sugar that is for diabetics. I'll look up the name and drop it in the comments below. Drop it in the description below. So, oh my, gonna be good. Try to get everything out and take all of my temptation away. Yeah. Sink. Get it out. Trying to keep the oatmeal out of it as much as I can. Make room in my refrigerator. Right now it's jam-packed. So I'm going to put this in the refrigerator for a day or so. Because I have to go to my thing tomorrow night. So I'll let you see it before I take it out of the house. Okay. It's not very pretty, but you'll get the idea. See? You got chocolate, you have a little bit of oats down there, so everybody will be able to see. Okay, so I need to make some room in my refrigerator, and tomorrow morning I'll get it out and you can see what it looks like. Want to spend the night? No, I know you can't, but through YouTube vision, you can still see it in the morning. See you soon. Hey everyone, Laura here, and welcome to the next morning at Lifestylio while we're making the No Bake chocolate oatmeal cookies. And full disclosure, I was still awake at midnight last night, and so I got up and I tried to slice into it, and it was very cold and it broke somewhat apart. So I think I did something wrong, but what I'm about to show you, you get the basic idea. Okay, so this is why you want to put it on parchment paper. It makes it really easy to lift out. And there's your mess. So there's that there. And yes, I'm all dolled up. I'm getting ready to go to that networking meeting. So, all right. So I sliced it this way, and then I'm just going to let you see. It really fell apart. I don't know if you can see, but see, it really fell apart. Don't know what I did wrong. So this was the experiment, but everybody will still get an idea of what it tastes like at the function. Yeah, it really fell apart. Maybe I won't take it. Maybe this will just be a failed test. Lots of chocolate. And to repeat, what I should have done is I should have drizzled the remaining chocolate that I had and I added more, I should have just drizzled it, and then maybe it would have set up better, because this is a lot of chocolate for the oatmeal to handle, I think. That's my guess. But it should look like, this is almost laughable. Yeah, this is really laughable. Yeah, nothing. It's all really falling apart. All right, well, that's this edition of my experiment, my flub, my first try. So I don't think I'm going to be taking this to the networking meeting tonight. I'm on my way to one this morning, but I wanted to make sure to bring you into this experiment and to show you what it looked like. And yeah, it's still good, but I'm not eating it all by myself. So anyhow, this is Laura Dusek with Lifestylio, and I wish you a great day and God bless. Thanks for joining me. See you again soon. Bye-bye.